Hi everybody, Brendan here with Common Motor. That's common-motor.com on the internet. And today we're going to be talking about our angle boot pod filters, and we're going to show you how to install them on your bike, so stay tuned. Going to put the pod filters on this 450 and show you those details. A couple things to note with the 450 is, first, factory filters are not available for this bike, so the pod filter is your best option as a replacement. And two, we have to do a couple of other mods to make sure that when we do the pod filter swap, the carburetors stay steady and don't move around because of the design of how the carbs and the intake manifolds all come together. We'll show you those little gritty details when we actually get into it here. Here's our factory air filter setup, and it has this kind of very special bolt that goes through it that holds it to the battery box. We're going to take that off, as well as a couple other mounting screws to remove the factory air filter assembly. 450 has these plastic covers that go on over the filters. It's kind of funny, the 450 has plastic air filter covers, but metal side covers, and other bikes like the 175, and 350, and 360 have the opposite, where they're like metal covers and plastic side covers. Take that back, 175's got plastic covers as well. All right, I think our only other bolt is the one here, which we have changed at one point or another in the past. Those who have a sharp eye might recognize this bike. This was our long haul 450 from several years back. Not up right there. There it is. That's a little grody there. Look at that. I went ahead and took off the seat and tank on the 450 so we can show you some of the details of the mods we're going to do in preparation for the pod filter. The 450 has a unique scenario with the carburetor here, that the back of the carburetor body's engagement into the manifold is very shallow. The factory design is it is held in the manifold on the back, and the front of it is held in place by the boot on the factory air filter. Since we've removed the factory air filter, the carburetor is no longer supported on the front side, so we're going to have to compensate for that, so the carburetor doesn't want to peel out of the intake manifold. And I have this one out just to show you how shallow it is. It's not even the width of my finger. It's a very, very shallow engagement into that manifold. So basically, as you're bopping down the road on the bike, without support in the front, the carburetor can peel out of the manifold very easily. So the things I'm going to recommend with the 450 is, one, make sure you have new manifolds that are good and pliable and will actually seat the carburetor properly. The next one is, we're going to change out those factory clamps here with a much beefier clamp to really bite down on the back of the carburetor. And the third piece is, we're going to add a support on the front of the carburetor to keep it from bopping around. Take off this factory clamp here. Let's see how easy this carburetor pops off. I mean, that's loose. I bet you it goes bloop, like that. So real shallow engagement. Let's get rid of that one. That manifold is still in good shape. Let me just wipe it down. We're going to put on one of our much beefier clamps on it so we can get a better grip on that carburetor in place there. Seated all the way. And when I put these clamps on, I like to put the edge of the clamp right up against the edge of the rubber of the manifold, where it's just like flush. Definitely prefer these style hose clamps over those factory clamps, because you can really bite down. You got a lot more grip on the carburetor. It's pretty solid. All right, so that's our first thing. Let's get the pod on, and then we'll add the support mod here. Okay, putting on the pod's pretty straightforward. One note though, I am putting the clamp screw at the very top of the pod filter versus, I like to do it at the bottom typically on the other bikes, but I put it at the top for a reason, because we want to be able to make some clearance for our support. So all I'm going to do is just wiggle that pod on there. Okay. I'll just clock it where the pod is facing down, just like that. And then I'm going to rotate the clamp, at least the top bolt on the clamp, to be a little bit further back. You know, if we're thinking of the middle of the carburetor is kind of 12 o'clock, like we're looking at it at the opening, I'm going to put this clamp at kind of like about a 1 o'clock position for there. And I'm just going to lightly snug it. I'm not going to go super tight with it yet, because we're going to do some other mods here real quick. So our goal is to keep this carburetor from wanting to flex and move around as you're going down the road because of that limited support back there in the manifold. And I'm going to do a quick mod using everybody's favorite tool, some zip ties. This is an easy way to do it. You can use something like safety wire or come up with your own system. But regardless, I'm trying to keep some support on this side of the carburetor. Pull it up just a little bit so we're not having too much weight on the manifold. I'm going to take my first tie. I'm going to go around on my carburetor here. Oh, that one's too small. I wanted to use these white ones so you guys could really see them on the camera versus the black ones. We can use two, just to illustrate our point. And I want to be able to kind of make kind of a sling like that, where the open area of the zip tie is where the screw is for the clamp. I think we're going to work with that. So let me go ahead and just snug that down a bit more. That feels good. Again, these are a little bit short, but again, it'll illustrate what we're doing. Now on the 450 frame, there's a hole here, and there's a spot here. We're going to come through there with our zip tie. Come through there. You can play with it, figure out the best spot. And again, I know that not everybody likes to use zip ties. I understand that. I'm not a huge fan of doing this kind of stuff with zip ties, but I just want some kind of support here. We also want to show you this using just common things you might have around the shop as a resource. Yeah, we're just trying to pick up some of that weight off of the front of the carburetor there, keep it from flexing too hard there. Let's clean this up a bit. Okay, we can put the rest of this back together. On our bolt we took off for the side cover, we don't need the washers on it anymore, so it can just be the bolt itself. Now that threads into this battery box. Thread it all the way and just seat. There. Support washer goes on. Put our side cover on. Okay, side cover's back on, and carburetor supported, and I use those white zip ties so you guys can see on the camera. They're quite visible. If you use some black zip ties, it's going to be a little bit more discreet, or if you want to use something like safety wire, you can do that as well. There's also another mount point on the carburetor where that air filter is mounted to in the very front here on the airbox. You can use that point as well to tie off of if you need to. You're going to have to be creative with it, but the point is to support the carburetor and keep it from wanting to move up and down when using the pod filter. This concludes our pod filter install on the various different Honda models that we support here at Common Motor. With that, this has been Brendan with Common Motor. That's common-motor.com on the internet. Make sure you follow us on social media. That means Facebook and Instagram. Subscribe to our newsletter through our website. Newsletter subscribers always get informational content like this video, as well as promotions first before anybody else. And of course, do subscribe to this YouTube channel as well. Make sure you ring the bell for notifications, and we will see you next time.